shoot.
All right. So also, William, if you take some baking soda, a little bit of maize, and some water, grind it up real well, and you just lather it on there, that itch will go away.
Send me the proportions. I mean, I want to get rid of this soon. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah. I'll hook you up.
All right. I didn't need to know anything about that. Yeah, so where last we left off, everybody remember where you were?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah. We were in the night market.
Were you gonna say something?
I was doing this. Precious.
So yeah, you were in the night market. In fact, you were just engaged with the leaders of the Thieves Guilds. 10 out of the 11. The 11th from the Summer Ward didn't show up. Now, as they're all sort of arguing over whether it is a good thing or a bad thing that those of you that are here are wanted now, and whether or not to turn you in order to save themselves the trouble or to protect you because, well, that's what thieves do. So it's a raucous sound of sort of argument and blown tempers. As River, you're the only one who made the save to detect the sound of rushing water going through the pipes overhead.
Mm-hmm. So now,
I'd like you to make a dexterity save.
So I'm using my phone.
I
don't have any dice. Can you roll for me, please?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, y'all don't mess with me. Did anybody else hear a cow?
Moo.
No.
I did not hear a cow.
Oh my God. I know you're getting old and everything, but cow noises?
I think I just got reminded. I think I'm the oldest person here.
I don't know. Maybe.
How do I keep ending up with young?
Did you say I'm making a dexterity
Yeah, I got it.
saving throw, or
You got a 14. Okay, so
Way to go.
but was it a saving throw or just a check?
oh yeah, you're right. It was a save. So you get more than that.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
you want to take the 14 or the 10?
I'll take the 14.
Cool. Good plan. Awesome. So that's a 14. 5 rounds would be 15 seconds. You effectively have 4 rounds to act before this thing is going to pop out through the pipes over your head. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to tell everybody around me that I heard rushing water in the pipes and that it's going to bust through the pipes very soon.
Okay.
And then
Hold on. I am going to require you to make a performance check.
All right.
That's a 16. Yeah, you can definitely get people's attention.
Okay, great. I forget, does anybody else hear anything? Like there's no commotion or
Nobody else in
anything,
here
right?
made the save.
Okay. But
So
there's not like a commotion or anything. It's just the normal night market going on. And
the
so
normal
I'm like,
market is going on like out in front of you. There is commotion there with all the leaders, but none of the commotion you're seeing is coming from what is happening above you.
got it. Okay. So then I get everybody's attention and I tell them that there's water rushing above us and it's going to burst through the pipes soon.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay.
What do we do, guys?
So yeah, you, the party, have now heard what River had to do or had to say, feverishly informing you over the course of about 3 to 5 seconds. that something bad is about to happen. The water is about to come out of the pipes, and it shouldn't be coming at all. You also got a 16 on your persuasion check, which is going to work on most of the people at the table. So you didn't just get their attention, but you've persuaded them to react to it.
Okay.
So as you see people pulling away from the table and trying to make haste, what are you, the party, going to do?
Well, I think it'd be a good idea to grab our good friend Emil, who's still shopping in the night market for us.
Probably not a bad plan.
And I mean, do any of the others, like any of the remaining guild leaders, are they like looking at any one of them with harm? Because there was one who was not being very kind.
The only one of them that so far has seemed somewhat threatening is there's a staff that is in the hands of somebody that looks just emaciated, barely cognizant, barely able to live or move. That staff, not that anyone made or would have noticed it, but that staff whipped out psychically and slapped Kelly pretty hard.
Right.
That was the last session we were here.
Because I've successfully got them all intimidated.
Yes.
Can I?
Skovald,
Sorry.
Skovald, the leader of the Iron Barons, is one of the few that is still sitting at the table, watching the commotion.
What were you gonna say, Heather?
Well, I was gonna say, can I turn to River and ask her if maybe her dad knows another way out of the night market that we could try?
That's a great
He's actually right there, so you could just ask him.
Okay, then I'll just ask. Shit, I forget
Um,
his name.
Algrim.
Aragorn. Okay, so yeah, do you know of any other ways out of this mess? I guess.
Well, the pipe shouldn't be open at all. We sealed everything. The only ways in and out of this place are through Gargalar. So I'm not sure what we could do other than head out the front gate.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I guess guess then it's clear that we should probably find Emil, or yeah. And
Yeah, I'm
Colette.
down with finding a meal and leaving.
I put my hand on the person that Heather was talking to and ask, is there a less than desirable exit?
You mean like one that would be somehow worse than another?
Yes, or a more dangerous exit from this place.
You could let the place fill with water and swim up the pipes. Would that suffice?
Okay, that does sound more dangerous.
Doesn't it sound ideal?
Considerably, yes. But, I mean, if that's your plan.
Torch, at the risk of asking an ironic question, but Torch, could you maybe freeze the pipes?
Does
Can I
anybody
freeze the
have this
pipes? How do
written?
I freeze the pipes?
So, you
Like, do
actually.
I have a spell? Do I have a spell?
Kelly,
Or
can you
my-
see me okay?
I can see you.
Okay.
With my coin. With my coin's gonna freeze the pipes.
Your coin has those abilities. Pulling up the
Did you see I got hit with a staff?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta take that staff from that old dude then?
You could definitely try. Great final words from a DM.
That was a delayed reaction.
Okay.
Well, I was like, my last notes where I'm like, I'm all, my notes were like, 90-year-old is holding a staff, someone got hit in the nose. And then you said I got hit in the nose. So clearly I missed that.
No, it's not that you literally got hit like physically. This thing psychically sort of whipped out and hit you.
Ah,
So it wasn't like the thing moved and struck you. That's why you made a wisdom save against it when you saw the thing, because it was trying to reach out to you as a spellcaster and take over your mind. You succeeded on it not doing that, but it still hurt you. Let's see.
Aw, that's mini DM help.
Sawyer's been DMing with me for a long time.
Hello.
It's been a
I
long
hear
time.
you're 8 now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you have access to the spell Control Water. And let's see.
That's what, yeah, I was wondering. Oh,
Here, actually, this could help you. You have access to the spell Water Breathing.
ooh.
So you and up to 10 willing creatures you can see within, looks like about 10 feet. Can now breathe underwater until the spell ends, which lasts 24 hours or until you die.
oh, well, there we go.
That's
So
badass.
there's the 5 of us, and there's 10 guild leaders down here. Which 5 were the ones that voted to turn you in? I'm just saying.
Okay. Those girls.
Right? Well, I imagine some people are running for the door.
No, it's more like strolling.
Yeah, so people out in the market are still unaware because like I'm saying, as we're going through this stuff, you have effectively, it's been like maybe 10 seconds since River told you. You've all been just sort of yelling back and forth at each other quickly before this starts. You've got like 1 round left worth time before something's going to happen. So anybody else except for those that are here that were informed has no idea what's about to happen.
I say we make like a tree and leave. Dad humor.
Druid humor.
Get a meal, get to the door, holler back, everybody run. You know, so we can get ahead of everybody. Feel bad saying that.
Well, Kelly, if you have access to a water breathing one, I strongly recommend that you do that one.
Place hasn't even flooded yet. We don't even know if we're gonna need it. We could
true.
simply leave and not have a problem.
And casting time is 1 action. So basically, even if you're in combat, it's pretty quick.
Right, but we could use that, get into the pipes, the whole place floods, everyone else runs out, and then as soon as everything's calmed down, we could come back out and rob the entire market. I'm not a rogue. I'm not a rogue. Damn it, I'm not a rogue.
I have a question.
Everyone's a rogue unless they're not. Yes?
Have I found my familiar yet?
You just have to cast the spell.
No, I know, but I haven't done it, right?
You have not cast the spell.
Okay. So this feels like the part in the movie where the main character is like in this life-threatening situation and they feel this like like tug, and then they cast Find Familiar and they save the animal. Ah, happy ending.
That is wishful thinking.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm just saying. It's what it feels like.
I'm not saying you can't, you can definitely cast the spell if you want to. I don't think that you ever established what you wanted your familiar to be.
Yeah.
Also, Brooke, just for the record, wish is an actual spell.
Oh. I
Very
don't, do I
rare,
have that?
very
spell?
tricky.
I don't have my.
No. The DM has it. We don't.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not gonna do that, but thank you for listening.
Okay. I mean, anyway.
Actually, I like her idea. That sounds like a river thing to do. Cast your spell there.
You're not wrong.
Don't you remember when we made the mini in Hero Forge?
Oh, you actually wanted to take that as your familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay, so there, we've cast Find Familiar for you. And so now a fluffy, big-tailed cat with the same rainbow-colored markings as River is now wisping around all of your feet.
Aw. Badass.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I look over at Kiddo and I say, "Don't eat it."
What kind of critter is Kiddo?
A pseudo dragon, like
Yeah.
behind.
I just don't know if I've ever actually heard Kiddo described.
Oh yeah, Kiddo is a 2 foot tall purple pseudo dragon with teal tips to all of her scales.
Oh, that's great.
Think like a dragon the size of a small dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, girls, go to bed.
It looks like the picture behind Dad.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I have to go wrangle children, so I
Yeah,
will be
let me
back.
pause this for 1 second. Okay, awesome. So what are we doing now?
Running for the door.
Okay. So as you make a break for the door, let's see.
Did we
Did
get a meal? Or
What?
are we gonna get a meal?
I would think we're grabbing a meal as we're going.
Okay.
So that is an excellent question, actually. So as I showed you the map before, I don't know if you remember it, the gate to, or the gateway to this area, like to the night market, is probably a straightaway from where you're at, maybe, I don't know, 50 feet, 100 feet. To go back into the night market is to go north from your current location. And that would require you to go further up and into the area. So if you're going to go looking for a meal, as you pass the sort of entrance to the market, you could make a perception check to try and see if you see him. But otherwise, if you want to get him, you're going to have to go find him.
Would sorry, Ryan, would Kiddo have a better chance of maybe going ahead of us? Am I allowed to do that or say that?
Mhm.
Okay.
I can send Kiddo and tell Kiddo to find him and have him come our way.
There was one thing I wanted to point out in case anybody is sort of missing it here. Remember that when this time goes up, it isn't like a bomb. It doesn't all go boom and you're covered in water immediately. It's just that now the water is coming in. So you still have time to do things after that starts. It's just once that starts, it gets really crazy.
I don't have the map in front of me. Remind me, what type of shop is right next to the gate?
General supplies, thieves gear, that kind of thing.
Okay. So I know we shouldn't split the party, and ordinarily I would agree that we shouldn't. But whatever you guys are going to do, I'm going to stand here next to the gate. Because once that water starts coming in, I don't want this to get shut on us. So I'm going to stand here next to the gate and make sure that it doesn't get closed on the people that are inside the night market.
Awesome. Okay. Anyway,
Kelly?
this is effectively the last turn that you're going to get before the water starts. So declare whatever it is your character is going to be doing, and that's where you're going to be whenever the chaos starts.
Wait, before we go on, Heather said that one of the guild leaders knew where Kiddo was, but she doesn't remember which one it was. Which guild leader knew, I assume not Kiddo, knew where Midnight was? Which guild leader is that? She wrote it down, but she can't find it.
I took bad notes, I think, that day.
Yeah, the guild leader that said that they might know something is Gom, the leader of the guild from the far ward, the Sparrows.
Oh, the information one?
Yeah.
The one that I already had a conversation with?
Yes.
I can't risk
Yo,
us getting into all out war and everything. I mean, I can politely ask him, I suppose.
I apologize that I blew up on you.
hold on, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
You guys.
Yeah, of course. Anyway. So yeah, you would have known, or you'd know by this point, because then I'm sure that Tonks would have pointed it out. That's the same person.
Okay, well, politely, I'm going to then also say, hey, we really should be leaving, as our friend River has pointed out that this place is, going to start filling with water. However, just real quick and everything, my friend here, she lost Midnight, her, what's it called again?
Displacer kitten.
Yeah, her displacer kitten. Rumor has it you might know where it's at. Any idea where that would be?
I could definitely lead you to it, but I wouldn't be able to give you the instructions right now.
Okay, anytime, once we're all out of here and to safety, that'd be fantastic.
You're a badass, Dado.
Let's see.
Is
Kelly,
Dado being diplomatic?
you're the only person, like, their character hasn't declared doing anything. So is there anything you want to be doing before we start letting this place fill with water?
I guess I want my coin ready to go, right?
Okay. Yeah, if so the thing actively is working as long as it's on your person. You don't necessarily have to hold it or anything like that. The details on the coin are actually in your inventory. You scroll. That's the wrong sheet. Yeah, under inventory, if you scroll in there, it's called the Coin of Destiny.
Woot woot.
What?
Coin of Destiny. Aw.
Aw,
Yeah,
you would be.
I am so tired.
I brought them all up to speed on how you're not feeling great.
Oh, because I work with 1,000 tiny petri dishes.
And you take a minimum of 20,000 steps a day.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
gotten it down to like 10, but yeah.
Gross.
Yep, yep.
Still gross.
It's a lot.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Take care of
night.
yourself,
Night,
Isla.
Brooke.
Thanks
Good
for
to see you.
hanging out.
Yeah, hopefully next time I will not feel like this.
Mhm.
We
Talk
understand.
soon.
Good night.
Good night.
Anyway. So yeah, that gives you the instructions on how it works.
Thank you.
And as I had said before, yours is a Marid, which makes them a water genie. So they have very specific abilities that come into play that have water or ice related things. those aren't listed on the coin because that's not an effect of the item. That's an effect of the creature I put inside it.
Okay.
But you are a free action away, which, if I haven't made that abundantly clear before, that's like the ability to tell somebody, hey, don't step there, or for you to sniff the air in front of you to know that there's gunpowder. Something that's a quick action. You can make a free action and you can talk to the thing that's in your coin, which would allow it to react to things the same way you would. The only major thing that it has going for it that you can't do anything to stop is that if it seems that you would be put into a fatal situation, it sacrifices itself to keep you there.
Okay.
So for 24 hours after that happens, though, you can't use any of the abilities of the coin. You suffer the effects of exhaustion.
You're gonna get your ass handed
You
to you
live.
like that, like.
It's like a bulletproof vest. It takes one hit.
Fucking moron. Oh, give him another 3. 4.
So, is there anything else you want to do? You're just going to make sure you're ready in case something needs you. Kelly?
Yes.
Well,
Just making sure.
whole new beat.
Coolsies.
Can't do shit.
And the pipes up above that all have been either stoppered or tied off, or in a couple of cases they look like they've been welded shut, begin to just explode as gallons and gallons of water begins to pour in. You can hear the screams and shrieks of chaos in the market as everyone makes a run for the door. Ryan, you said you were going to look for a meal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then first things first, I'd like you to make a perception check.
$18.
Very nice. Okay. So from what I'll say is sort of the crossroads where one side goes off to the dais, one side goes off to the market, and then the other direction heads to the door. You are able to pick out a meal further into the market. Go back to pick. There we are. Yeah, going to be around the bend at the tavern on 4. So you can see him inside of there, engaged in conversation with somebody at the bar.
Is he gonna be able to hear me from here?
He might not be able to hear you, but if you go to him, you can get his attention.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go to him as quickly as possible and say, hey, we gotta go.
Okay, to get to him, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity save.
Dexterity save?
I'm not a save, a check. Yeah.
Is that just clicking on the big button that says dexterity?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. There's a whopping 9 there.
Okay. You can definitely get to him. But as you're moving into the market, tons of people are trying to move out of it. Including wagons and animals and all sorts of things. Because anybody that is in here that has set up shop doesn't want their stuff to be underwater.
Can I make a intimidation check to see if I can clear the path out?
You could try.
See, that sounds more like what Dotto would do.
Everybody move!
27.
Ow.
Damn.
So in my mind, what that looks like is I just shot Eldritch Blast 6 times right in front of me, making sure I wasn't going to hit anybody. So it cleared the path so I could keep going.
Miles, may I interrupt real quick? Just one sentence. Brooke, hopefully with your permission, when I stood at the gate, I grabbed you and I held you next to me so that you could recognize if there's any bad guys or help me make sure that the right people get out or also that you're safe and you have more of a chance to get out because you gave us the warning, so you deserve to get out too, little one. That was it.
Cool.
And her cat. And her cat.
And her cat. Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Not the way I saw it playing out, but a 27 in intimidation, that's fun. Yeah. So I'd say that initially, as you're trying to move that direction, you find that it is incredibly hard to move through a crowd of people. And you find yourself so frustrated with the situation that you cannot wait any longer and blow several holes in between you and the rest of the crowd in order to cut through the ground and scare them to either side of you. You now have a clear path as two well-filed lines of people are now rushing towards the door.
Works for me. Find a meal.
Meanwhile, back at the gate, River has her guild seal to open up the gate for people. And so it takes only a moment to have Gargalar move aside. William, I need Amir to make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. That's a check. Not a save.
Oops, wrong one.
That's okay. You want to keep the 14?
Desperately?
That's fine. That's fine. I am a kind and loving God. Game operations director. Yeah, so a 14, super. So as this massive Jello jiggler moves aside, immediately, Emir, you see about a 3.5 foot tall owl. But it's not an owl, Emir. And you don't really see the owl as much as you see this massive thing that you had encountered in the school before.
Amir would say out loud, buddy, what's going on? What you doing out here?
It tosses a jar towards Gargalar, and you see it begin to shriek and squeal as it begins to be sort of imagine one of the traps from Ghostbusters as it slowly lurches this entire giant green thing into a jar, swirls it around until all you see that's in there is a little mouse.
It's like I always told my mom, magic is the best.
Roll initiative.
All of us or just him?
Anybody that wants to. Okay.
Working on it. Sorry.
Basically, everyone is there except for Dado at this point. Rough. Okay, cool. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother rolling for River. I'm just going to plop her in where it makes sense. But I will.
But how far away am I?
Cool.
Irish luck. It only works when it's funny.
Also Roger Rabbit.
Very, very astute, Ryan. It only works when it's funny.
Not every time. Only when it's funny.
Only when it's funny.
Can I? Oh wait, sorry. You're
No, it's
doing the
okay.
thing.
What's up?
I was gonna ask if I could cast Hold Person on the owl.
You can when it's your turn.
Okay.
Since we've declared that.
Yeah, good luck.
So yeah, Emir, it starts with your turn, and you're the only person that's there that's able to see that this thing is a giant Oni.
Is he looking at me threateningly?
Oh yeah, he's looking at you hungrily. Kelly and River, actually Kelly, you're the one who encountered this thing more than River did. You recognize the owl as the one that you had to steal the painting from.
Okay.
Okay, then here's what happens. River, stay behind me until you have a good opportunity to stab him in the back.
Right.
And I cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Cool. Okay. Did you actually cast it on yourself now? Because if you do it on your sheet, it changes things for you.
Oh yeah.
If you need me to, I can hit it.
I got it. I get it.
Okay. Epic. Oh, and you cast as a second level spell.
Against a big wizard? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, okay. So let's see. So you have 5 temp hit points and
Should be 10.
no, you have 10 temp hit points, and if it hits you, it takes 10 cold damage. All right.
Really weird. Shouldn't it be fire damage?
No, the armor of Agathis is specifically ice.
Okay.
I know. Anyway. Cool. Is that your turn? Are you going
That's
to?
it.
Okay. Okay. Then that makes its turn. Let me see. I actually made a character sheet for this thing. There we go.
And just to put it out there, there's a reason I put River right next to me. As a protection paladin, I can give her bonuses since she's sitting next to me.
Fair. She's definitely one of the least armored people in your group.
That too.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. Cool. He's going to cast Cone of Cold. So that's a 60-foot cone, so it should hit everyone that's there, unless they can make the save. Everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw except Ryan.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everybody.
I'm sorry, what are we rolling?
Constitution saving throw.
Where do you specify that it's saving?
So
the upper right, or to the upper left. If you're
are
on
you
the
using mobile
computer,
app stuff?
I'll shut up.
Are you using the mobile app or are you using the website?
Yeah, mobile app.
Okay. Pull up mine.
On abilities. Yeah, on ability saves and senses, you scroll down a little bit and it actually
I
shows.
think I hit the wrong thing.
No, Torch, that's a con save.
Yeah?
That's right.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
23.
I found it. Thank you.
Yeah, I almost never use the app. Very cool.
She rolls a Heather.
Riddle me this. How do you guys have a higher constitution than the armor-wearing paladin?
Because you rolled a William and they didn't.
Because long live rock and roll.
You rolled slightly better than the rogue.
We are, in my mind, I'm going to say we're closer to him.
Right. That's what it is. Never mind the fact that you rolled higher than River did and you're in front. Yeah, okay, cool. So it looks like Amir and River are the only ones that are going to take damage. Is that right? A creature takes... Oh, no. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Let's see, where's the D8s? 7, 8.
D8s?
That's pretty low for D8s.
Holy shit.
So, Emir, you and River both take 35 points of damage.
So
And-
25 for me, right?
Correct. And River has evasion, so it's half. 16, 17, 18. So she's at 10. Oof.
Oof.
There we go. Okay. And then everybody else takes half. So 12, 13, 14 damage. 15, no, 15, 17 damage.
So Kelly and Heather will take 17 damage.
Kelly and Heather will take 17. This thing hits hard. It
Now you
doesn't.
see why I turned on the armor.
Huh?
Now you see why I turned on the armor.
Right. Okay, awesome. It does only get one of those, so yay. Let's see. Gonna make a acrobatics check. That's a nat 20.
Hello? Hey,
Hello?
sweetie.
Okay. This thing is going to dive over the top of Amir and River, and now stands in the middle of all of you, including all of the other people that are rushing out from the market. And that's going to be the end of its turn. Next in line for initiative. There we are. After William was me, it's Dadu.
Okay, so how far away am I from this thing now? Now that it's dove in the middle.
We'll say that you were still going to get a meal.
I was on my way there, but I'm imagining I heard all of this happen.
Oh, I'm sure you did. But so how about this? Make a perception check for me with disadvantage.
$15.
Okay, that's still really good. Yeah, you'd be able to know what's going on, even through all the chaos and all the sound of the rushing water and everything. You'd be able to hear the sounds of battle now behind you.
Okay, so how far away is it?
We'd say by now, I would say that you've gotten to the tavern. So you've just gotten to the door that would lead in to get a meal. And when you hear all this going on and you look back and you see that not only are your friends down there engaged in this fight, but also tons of these people that are shopkeepers and things are rushing towards the door and are now about to get involved in it as well, whether they want to or not.
Well, currently Emil is quote unquote safe in the building. Because he can't see what's going on inside. I would imagine he can't see what's happening outside yet. So am I within 120 feet of this thing?
Yeah.
Let's rock on. It is Eldritch Blast time. And so how far away is this thing from the door?
From the door? Like you mean from the front gate door?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or from the pit.
I'd say it's midway between the door and the pit, and I'd say that that puts it 50 feet from either side.
Okay, and what is if I'm looking at it now from the door that I was at, what is straight in front of me or straight behind it from me?
So let's try it like this. So imagine that the door is here and the pit is here.
Okay.
You are up at the top of this angle. So you can't even really see the door because of the corner of the rock.
Okay.
But you can see the central area in front of it that's wider and is more open. And then you can see that it goes all the way back to the ledge that separates the ground from the drop into the arena.
But if I were to try to push this thing, where am I pushing it to?
Technically, a push is not a direct line. Like, for instance, if you are facing me and you push me with your hands, that's a direct line. With your spell, though, you could shoot me and your head on with me like this and then push me left.
Can I, though? Because doesn't it say that I can only push 10 feet straight back from me? Or straight?
It's not like that on everything. Let me look at which one it is for Eldritch Blast. Oh, right. It's because of your invocation.
It says 10 feet away from me in a straight line. But it doesn't actually say which direction. It just says it's a straight line.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if this works. And hopefully I don't kill anybody. I'm not intending to. Alright, so I'm gonna fire Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay.
And that's a 27 to hit.
Holy cow. All right. What's his armor? That's a hit.
Okay, so that's 9 points of damage on that one. And again, I'm pushing him 10 feet toward the pit.
Okay.
Okay, so shot number 2. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Damn.
And again,
Awesome.
10 feet toward the pit.
Okay.
Shot number 3 is a 16.
That is a dead on hit.
That's also 10 points of damage.
Yes.
And again, 10 feet toward the pit.
Right.
Shot number 4 is probably going to miss. That's an 11.
Shot number 4 is going to miss. Sorry about that.
It's okay, but being it's an 11 and not a 1, did it hit anybody else?
No.
All right, well,
We'll say it levels into one of the walls and blows some chunks out of it.
that's 29 points of damage to him and 30 feet away.
That's
Where it was.
really good.
That's badass.
Let's see.
Is there any way I could shout toward Emil, hey, we gotta go?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to keep track of his hit points. Yeah, so you definitely can shout to Emil. You're close enough. You don't even have to go into the building. And I'm not going to need you to make any type of roll. He immediately perks up and gathers his things and rushes after you. You see that he is now weighed down by 3 new bags that seem to be sort of almost overfilled with materials.
Okay, can I put those in the bad bag? Cause you said stuff safe in there for 24 hours.
These bags are too big to go in the opening of your bag of devouring.
Damn. Okay, well, sucks
A
to be me.
bag of devouring is like a little, both bag of devouring and bag of holding are both about the size of like a fanny pack.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and this is more like 3 backpacks.
Okay, well, I guess he's carrying stuff.
Yeah, he is. And it's not so much weight that he can't carry it, it's just that he has a ton of stuff with him.
So he's bulky, not heavy.
Right. Okay, so that'd probably be the rest of your turn, Ryan.
Yep.
Who's next in line? That'd be Tonks.
How far is our Oni friend from the pit now?
Well, remember, from everyone else's perspective, this thing is just a little owl. The only one that knows it's a giant Oni is William.
Oh, okay. Our
Uh,
owl.
I thought he told me when I rescued him from that thing before. Like
I don't
several
remember him telling you that it was an Oni.
I don't know. Maybe
I told you I got some new spells.
Okay.
I remember it was a big thing at the time because William somehow survived that encounter.
Yeah.
It was
But,
awesome. This guy.
right. Who's got almost no hit points left?
That guy.
Also that guy.
Hey, 50% is still 50%.
So the whole crowd just saw me shoot this tiny little owl and
And
push
move
him
him
away.
back 30 feet.
I don't care. Let them
Um,
think I'm a jerk.
Yeah, he's this about 3.5 foot tall, sort of owl person, wearing imagine almost like the same kind of outfit you would picture on a professor at Hogwarts. Nice long robes that are well kept, sort of a tweed sweater vest, slacks, nice shoes.
But they would have saw him cast that spell before, right?
Correct.
So hopefully people know this guy's not friendly.
Good point.
Anyway, Tonks, it's on you.
Yeah, what you gonna do? You did see this little owl get pushed back 30 feet towards the pit by, actually from your angle, you wouldn't be able to see Dadu. You would just know that they were Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And
Just
she did
imagine
just see
from
it
like
pass-
around the corner, you see Iron Man's missiles come around and knock something. That's basically what just happened.
Well, she did see the magic spell and she also got hit by it, right?
Yes.
Am
Yeah.
I within 60 feet of this thing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You're within probably 35 feet.
I would like to hit it with Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh, okay. Can you remind me what Cloud of Daggers does?
Fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
That's pretty badass. Okay. You can actually cast that as high as a 3rd level spell, which would give you 2d4 extra damage.
And do I just hit the cast button here?
Yeah.
Next to it, okay.
Mhm.
Does that do a thing?
There's some cool spells out there.
Cloud of Daggers. That's a good one. Let's see. I don't see it activated.
I hit it.
Do you here? I'll hit it for you. Do you want the 2nd level or the 3rd level version?
Let's go with the 3rd.
Okay.
This thing seems like the badass.
There we go. And okay. Roll to hit.
Okay.
So in your
That is-
case, your spellcasting modifier, or your attack modifier is a +5.
Okay.
So you can just roll a d20 +5 if you wanted, I guess.
Can I roll on the thing that's next to it, or does that not work?
That, maybe? I don't know if that just does the damage though.
See what happens. Ooh,
It's just the damage.
okay.
It's pretty good damage though.
All right, so I would go back to,
You just roll the d20 and then we'll add 5 to it.
aha, damn it.
15. Okay. Versus it gets a con?
Is that showing somewhere other than the main log?
No.
Because I'm not seeing anything past mine.
Oh, mine just came in too. Like it took forever to load in. Maybe try. Does it let you scroll?
There we go. I
That's-
reloaded my page.
That's a hit. Okay, so then your damage is 19. So, but that damage isn't going to apply itself until, let's see, when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn here. Okay, so you're not going to actually deal any damage right now. You're going to deal damage at the start of its next turn. Okay.
Okay.
We can go ahead and hold on to that damage though, because 19 is almost topped out for that. So
Okay.
I think that's awesome. Anywho. Next,
Hoot, owl, hoot.
Anywho.
Anywho.
Give a hoot. All right, so
Don't hoot.
Torch's turn.
I got nothing. Like I got a mage hand that's 30 feet away, but that thing's farther away from, right? It's farther than 30 feet
It's
from me now.
farther than 30 feet from you. Yeah, that's true. But you can move.
I could move closer to it and then
Yeah.
use mage hand to move it closer into the pit.
Yeah. You could try that.
I don't see cast or anything though.
Let's see.
If she moves it, will my spell?
Actually, Kelly, Mage Hand can only activate, attack, lift, or carry about 10 pounds.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I was checking that. But you do have some other stuff you could try and use. Like you've got Charm Person.
Don't you have a bow?
I could shoot at it.
Yeah, you also have Dragon's Breath.
Oh,
And of course, there's your trusty Ice Knife, which you now have access to 3rd level Ice Knife, which what does that do? 2d6 on top of. On a hit, it takes 1d10 piercing damage. And then the target must also succeed on a dex save, or they take 4d6 cold damage. Holy cow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so
Yeah, let's throw that at it.
what do you which one are you gonna try?
The
Charm
ice
Person?
knife.
Ice Knife? You got it.
Ice knife.
All right. You gonna cast it? You want? Yep, there it is. 12.
Boo.
Yeah, that is not a hit.
I never roll high.
Aw.
That's all good.
Okay.
Part of the game, part of the game.
Okie dokie. Next up, it's Amir again.
Just as a refresher, remind me, we have a move action and we have a regular action, right?
Yeah, fifth edition more or less got rid of the different like stages of your turn in order to open it up for a more narrative flow. But I still tend to think of it in the way that third edition did, where there was a movement, a standard action, and a minor action, and then there are bonus actions and free actions that happen around those.
Okay.
So, for instance, you could, attack with something and then move in your turn. And you could still like pull something from your pack or say something to a party member or something like that.
Well, what if channel divinity? It says it's an action to channel to use your channeling ability, right?
Yeah.
Except the guided strike says when you make an attack roll, you can use channel divinity to gain a +10 bonus.
That's because you can use your channel divinity as a bonus action, I believe.
That's what that's how I'm reading it. You can choose to do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
Correct.
Well, how it's worded, that sounds like you can either use your channel divinity as a regular action for the first ability, which is conquering presence, or if you want to use guided strike, that would be like a minor action, or that would be
Yeah, so the first one would be an action. Guided strike is a bonus action. So bonus actions happen when they're triggered by something. So like, for instance, you may have a spell that you can only use as a bonus action whenever something attacks you. Like the shield spell, for instance, can be cast as a bonus action.
Okay.
Also counterspell.
Ah, nice.
So like, for instance, if I cast a spell at you on my turn, you can use a bonus action and counterspell.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Get the idea?
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Or please remind me approximately how far away am I?
You to it, you're probably the farthest away right now. We'll say 40 feet.
I don't think I can do it, but I will check the actual wording real quick. Okay. I would like to charge him.
Okay.
That should double my speed, right?
Let me pull up charging rules.
William, out of game, I'm just going to remind you what happens when you get between me and my targets.
I'm not. I'm on the other side of him.
Just saying.
I'm just responding. Doors might be thick-headed, but we do learn.
Well, yeah. Okay, let's see. If you're going to charge, okay, so the way that it works is you have to make a shove action. What's the shove action?
You're kidding.
Nuh-uh.
I was going to run up to him and attack him, but
shoving is attacking. Shoving doesn't involve an attack roll. It involves an ability check. Let's see.
so since charge is not listed on here, would that be a dash?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dash towards him and attack him.
Okay.
My weapon is one-handed.
Okay.
I'm
just saying I wanted to hit him.
I get it.
And then
okay, here we go. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay,
Feral.
that is. He has to make an opposed strength check to beat that.
And that's for the shove or the dash?
That's for the actual moving him, like the shove action.
Okay.
You get the dash regardless. Okay, yeah. So he's not going to move when you hit him, but you definitely can run up and hit him.
Okay. I rolled a 28.
Definitely connects.
And then I am going to expend a spell slot.
Okay.
To cast Divine Smite.
Smite him, you holy smiter.
Holy smiter.
So 2d8 plus the damage. Base damage is that
Plus 2d8.
How do I pull up the dice?
Oh, actually, in your case, it would be. Hold on. $3d8.
For a level 1 spell?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How do I pull up the dice? You guys remember?
The
On the
little blue button.
Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you.
if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Damn. All right. So 27.
Hit me, I hit you right back.
Wow, dude, you are hitting this thing hard. Yeah, between you and Data, you've really punched this thing apart. Okay. Yeah, you do not succeed on your shove though. So it's
Okay.
not actually moving anywhere, but you connect with it really hard. And the thing that is incredibly you know what, actually, yeah. Kelly, Heather, even you, Ryan, since you can see it, I want all three of you to make a wisdom saving throw. Seven. Okay.
Ymir, is it still Ymir's turn?
Technically, it has not ended yet.
Well, I kind of want to call out to him that if he doesn't step back a little bit, he might get in the daggers. Or would it work like that?
Um,
Or are the daggers already visible?
the daggers are visible because you've cast the spell. Ymir didn't move through that square though,
Okay.
so he should be okay. But yeah, I mean, William, Ymir would see like daggers dancing in a 5-foot square around this thing.
That makes sense.
Okay, so Tonks, you made it with a 14, but Dadu and Torch, both of you are now frightened, which gives you disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear was in sight. And you cannot willingly move towards it. So as you watch this charge, as Ymir just streaks across the ground and levels his axe into this thing, he plants it above where the owl is. And you can see this sickly black ichor begin to drip down where his axe is impacted. But you can't see anything there. But Tonks, you see it plainly, and it doesn't frighten you. It just immediately alarms you that something is going on that you don't see. This isn't like a fear effect, like one of the fear spells, so you're not compelled to run from this thing or anything like that, but you can't get closer to it.
Would you say we disadvantage on what?
Skills and attack rolls against this thing.
Okay.
Well, it's skills in general, just to be clear, skills in general and attack rolls towards this thing. Apparently, while you're afraid, you can't do things like basket weaving.
On my list.
Save it for retirement.
Right.
I'll be bored after 7 years.
Emir, you impact this thing, and you can see plainly with your mask on that your axe has leveled into this thing's shoulder. And the grotesque, horrible face that's looking back at you, that's dripping itself with this black ichor, is smiling, a gruesome and terrifying gyre. Just happy as can be to be right here. I would like you to make an insight check.
Okay. And then I'd like to make a statement after that.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court,
That's 14. Okay. Would you like to make your statement before or after I tell you what that means?
Before. Imagine the glory of taking down such a large beastie.
We all see a 3-foot owl.
Right?
yeah, it's
Yeah, but Miles knows what I'm
my
doing.
friend.
Okay. If that's what you're going to do, then I'm going to need you to make another skill check for me.
Okay, which one?
Intimidation.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Roll well.
Can you just hear me in the back of your head? I'm the one who intimidates people. I'm the bad guy.
I'm the one who intimidates.
I wasn't talking to the Oni.
So here's how I'm planning to set this up. You impact this thing, and no one else can hear you talk except the Oni. It's the only one that's close enough to you in all of this chaos to be able to hear you speak.
Right.
And when you do, that's what that intimidation check was for.
Okay.
When you do, somebody else in a lesser extent might be like, what could that possibly mean? Or is this some sort of thing I should prepare for? The Oni instead spits its black blood at you and leans in close. And you can smell death on its breath. The insight check that you got on this thing, you can tell from the way that it's moving that it's trying to get people away from the door. And you feel your entire body enrobed in flames. You grow about 6 inches, and you feel this unbelievable need to finish this fight. So you are now, yeah. No, I guess they removed it.
Ryan, I was gonna be good. I was gonna be good.
There's nothing else on your mind anymore except this fight.
Amir rolls his shoulders and grins. That's it.
It's now the Oni's turn.
Okay.
It is casting the spell Darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Quick question. What's River doing?
River is hiding.
Okay.
Yeah, cast Darkness. So even if you have dark vision, you can't see through this. Ryan,
Where's-
you can see through this.
Where's he placing it?
It is a 15-foot radius. He is encircling himself and you. 15 feet in every direction from himself.
All right.
Oh, that's right. He also takes damage from Heather's 19. I forgot to add that in. Sorry about that.
Worries?
9. Well, it's important. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So you are now completely encircled in darkness. You cannot see anything in here.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You know where it is though. As it lurches forward and grabs you by the shoulders.
Ymir.
Make an athletics check. Or actually, no, I make the athletics check. You make the strength save.
Strength save?
Correct. And plus Amir, it's a 14. It is a 14. So
We'll look at 10.
he has successfully grappled you and then makes an acrobatics check.
Thanks.
To roll you and him off of there and into the arena. As you both hit the ground inside of the arena, I'm going to have you take 1d6 points of falling damage. Let's do that.
Okay.
That's a 5. Sorry about that.
Trying to kill you.
But as you impact the ground, now outside of the darkness, you are looking dead on at an exact replica, a complete and total carbon copy of you. And that's what's going to end game.
Oh.
Question. The whole frightened thing, how long does that last?
You can, let's see. Not willing. I'll have to look in the book.
Oh, Ryan's about to shoot me. Oh, again.
Oh, let's get it straight here, okay? Four times.
That doesn't make it better.
No, it does not. Not for you.
Miles, just one quick question.
Hmm?
Is he an exact replica?
Or should he be bleeding?
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm just reading this effect, so I want to be sure I know what I'm doing. Okay. You can make a wisdom saving throw, but when can you do that? It's
Cast darkness and then change your. That's a badass idea. Miles, that's a badass idea.
thanks. It doesn't give any type of time frame on it. So I'll say that every turn you're allowed to make a wisdom save with disadvantage, and if you can hit the DC, then you're out. Okay? I think that's fair.
Can we see him anymore? Because he
No.
fell into the pit.
You can't see him from where you're at anymore. But the session's over then this time anyway.
Right. Well, my reason for asking is if we can't see him anymore, why would it be a disadvantage?
Because you're still afraid.
But he's out of our line of sight.
We still know he's there.
You are
No, we know something's there.
Well, the thing is, it's the same reason why even if you're not trying to use your skills against him, you're not able to use them as effectively because you're so terrified you can't think straight. That's the whole sort of idea behind it. So it's not even that you can't, like, it's not that now you can't see the boogeyman, so you're fine. You know he's still out there, and now that you can't see him, it's even more scary.
The great part about this is Lord Dadu's character would fire anyway. Whether it's two Ymirs there or not. One of them has gotta be the bad guy. If I kill both of them, I eliminate the threat.
And the thing that you need to be real, like, that's true. That's very much Dadu's mentality. However, this creature has never encountered your character. It's used to dealing with heroes.
It's not Lord Dadu.
Did you see how when I said that I sneered? Heroes. So he's not used to dealing with anyone with an E in their alignment as an opposition.
That makes sense, actually.
Everyone else, it's more like, don't shoot the hostages. And he's like, if I shoot through only 3 of the hostages, we'll get him.
Also true. Going back to your John McClane reference earlier and everything. First movie, the FBI guys say, we light up the rooftop, killed 20-25% of the hostages and all of the bad guys. The other guy says, I can live with that. Just saying.
I'm gonna go ahead and give experience points tonight.
Woohoo.
So where's my calculator? I have to write this down. I sincerely need to make a note of this somewhere. I'm gonna forget this for sure.
You're still recording, so you're making a note of it right here.
Yeah, but it's not one that I want you to know about.
No,
I'm sitting at 94.30. Did everybody else do?
Yep, that's what we should be at.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Just sent myself a note.
Wait, we should be at 9 something?
Currently, we're at 94.30.
How many XP is this guy worth? Okay. Everyone gets 580.
Nice.
Very nice. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And that puts us at 10010. We are binary. What letter?
Miles, that was completely unexpected, by the way. There's a reason I hesitated because I thought you were messing with me.
No. No, I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording for now, though, since we've already recorded how much XP we're getting. And we'll pick it up next time.
Woohoo.
Awesome.
Bye, Brooke.